what's really happening in the skies? Let's address the elephant in the room. In towns and cities across the country, people are reporting drones, sometimes alone, sometimes in swarms, flying low and spraying an unknown substance into the air. Think about it. If you saw this in your neighborhood, what would you do? Would you dismiss it as nothing? Or would you start asking questions? Reports are pouring in from New Jersey to California, with witnesses claiming the drones are appearing mostly at dusk or just before dawn. They're silent, elusive, and according to some, releasing a fine mist that dissipates before hitting the ground. But here's where it gets unsettling. No one seems to know what's being sprayed or why. Connecting the dots, is this a test? Many believe these drones are part of a controlled government experiment. After all, governments worldwide have a history of conducting covert tests. Remember the chemtrails conspiracy? This feels eerily similar, but others have a different theory. They suggest these drones are being used for environmental engineering, possibly dispersing chemicals to alter weather patterns or even reduce air pollution. Therefore, the question becomes, is this about protecting us, or is there something more sinister at play? And here's the twist. Some experts argue that the spraying could involve experimental vaccines, biocontrol agents, or other substances that require aerial distribution. Sound far-fetched? Maybe. But is it impossible? Absolutely not. Let's get personal. What would you do? Now imagine this happening right over your house. Would you feel safe breathing the air? Would you trust that whatever's being sprayed is harmless? For most people, the answer is a resounding no. And honestly, who can blame them? When something this unusual happens without explanation, it's natural to feel uneasy. But here's the thing. While the idea of drones spraying chemicals might sound like science fiction, the technology to do so is very real. In fact, drones are already used in agriculture to spray pesticides and fertilizers. So why not scale up for other purposes? Conflict in the middle of the mystery. Here's where things get even more dramatic. Some witnesses have tried to capture these drones on video only for the footage to disappear from their devices. Others report being approached by officials and told not to ask questions. It feels like something straight out of a conspiracy thriller. But could these accounts be exaggerated? Sure. However, the sheer number of reports suggests there's more to this story. And let's not forget the health implications. If something is being sprayed, what's it doing to our air quality, to our lungs? But that's not the scariest part. The scariest part is the silence. No official statements, no warnings, just drones in the night sky spraying who knows what. Why you need to stick around. By now you're probably wondering, what's the reward here? Why should I keep watching? Well, we've uncovered one final piece of this puzzle, a piece that might just change the way you see the world around you. Stay tuned, because it's something you'll want to share with everyone you know. The bigger picture, could it be a good thing? Let's flip the narrative for a moment. What if these drones aren't a threat, but a sign of innovation? What if they're dispersing agents to fight wildfires, neutralize harmful pollutants, or even deliver life-saving medicine? It's a possibility worth considering, but the lack of transparency makes it hard to trust. Therefore, the real issue isn't just what's being sprayed, it's the secrecy. Transparency builds trust, and without it, even the best intentions can look like a cover-up. The final question. So where does that leave us? Are these drones the harbingers of a brighter future or a cause for concern? Here's my advice. Stay curious, pay attention, and above all, demand answers, because in a world where drones are spraying unknown substances into the air, one thing is clear. We can't afford to look the other way. And if you've made it this far, here's your reward. The knowledge that asking questions, no matter how uncomfortable, is always the first step toward the truth. Now, it's your turn. What do you think these drones are up to? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's unravel this mystery together.